that better? I think so. Okay. Center. Remind yourself, we are all in this crazy rat race together. We are all together. We are one. Today, reach out to your connection to one, your connection to the universe. No matter how different people are, no matter how people feel about one another, there is one thing we all have in common. We are all here. We are all together. We are one. Don't burn yourself. Jesus. Please, because I don't know what I'm doing. Doesn't mean. That works. I'm doing. I hope you can forgive me. Does that feel better? No. Got the High Priestess again. Crow's getting louder. Yeah, crows agree. Hello. Just one more part. One. Hopefully this is actually recording sound. Otherwise we're kind of screwed. Well, not really. At least we'll have read it out loud. And Izakai, who is the name of the spirit that we usually talk to when we're out here. That was the name she gave us. But November 11th, 2023, Saturday. This was written at 9:14 a.m. Today is the 1111 portal. Or, 1111, 11111. Today is supposed to be the best manifestation day of the year. The season we're in is fall. Hello. I love you. Crow. I love crows so much. The season we're in is fall. Trees and bushes are losing their leaves. The grass is slowing down on growing. The squirrels are packing away what they can for the upcoming winter, preparing for the darker, colder months. I love transitional seasons. I'm not as much of a fan of the cold as I once was, but the trees are beautiful. They're always beautiful to look at, actually. Even in the winter, when their limbs are bare, they just look like veins to me reaching up into the sky, supplying the planet with the oxygen everybody needs. I want a world where the pursuit of the almighty dollar is no longer a thing. I want society, colonialistic, white supremacist-based society, to crumble with as few casualties as possible. This earth is abundant. We can feed everyone for cheap with the technology we have today. We can house everyone for cheap with the technology we have today. We can keep people safe. We can learn how to always help those who need help. We don't need to strip the earth of everything it has to do so. The earth also needs to be able to breathe, same as everyone else. The earth needs to be able to rest, same as everyone else. The earth, in and of itself, is a living thing. Oh, we lost the light. Interesting. Okay. The earth has thoughts and feelings just like everything on the planet. So many are now feeling this earth's energy. So many are sharing in its anxiety. We know that the earth needs help, that so many humans, so many species need help. We love this planet. We love every living thing on it. We even love people like Trump. I know. He's bad, though. I know. That so many humans, where am I? Even if all he does is stir up hatred and pain. I know we don't have to love him. I know we don't need to love the capitalists who have essentially done their best to hoard the abundance this planet has to offer. They, if there are going to be any more casualties, are the casualties I want us to experience. Take the billionaires, take the power hungry. They have served their purpose. They have taught the collective what they needed to know, which is that their way of life is not living. So many of us just want to build community, that we want an end to all human suffering, even human or otherwise. And that is the world I want to help usher in. That is the energy I want to put out in the world, the energy I want this note to contain. I know and trust that my judgment, my intuition is not wrong. The collective consciousness is changing rapidly. The truth of colonialism, of white supremacy, of capitalism, all of it is coming to light piece by piece. I know so many are afraid of revolution, of World War III. My son has expressed this fear himself, and he is 14 years old. Honestly, though, we're already there, in both regards. More and more people are moving towards spirituality, towards mutual aid, away from capitalism and white supremacy and colonialism. The revolution is a slow building movement. It's Black Lives Matter. It's Free Palestine. It's land back. Water protectors. It's so many trying to educate others for free. The World War is primarily a cold one. But let me tell you, oh, hey, they've got a buddy. I love you. Both of you. The World War is primarily a cold one, but let me tell you that as someone who lives near a National Guard base and has lived near multiple military bases in their life, I've stopped trying to keep track of how many planes I can hear overhead. It's increased so much, I wouldn't be able to keep track. That tension I experienced at 13 years old when the towers fell is back. That energy is back. And the people are fighting so hard against it. So many young men and women want nothing to do with the American military-industrial complex. We are done with the propaganda. We're done with our country creating conflicts in order to maintain control, to maintain its power. I've been married to a veteran. I've watched my spouse deploy 3 separate times, and I've seen firsthand the changes that happened after each deployment. We are no longer married. I honestly pity them just a little. They gave so much of themselves to a country that valued your life at a measly $400,000. And that's a lot of money, but consider. But that was only if they died in combat. And now the government pays them a fraction in VA disability, definitely not enough for them to live on, and that would never, ever be the case. There's still a crow in the tree. A crow. The other one went away. And that's the story of so many veterans, that they don't get enough in the VA disability to live. They have to return to work. So many of them are cast aside like trash once this country is done using them, my ex-wife included. The private sector isn't much better either. At least in the military, your health care is free and covers everything. When my former spouse and I were married, I gave birth to our son. His birth was not an easy one. It was a complicated pregnancy. I had preeclampsia. And when my water broke at 37 weeks and 3 days, I went to the hospital, and while my spouse was still on their way home from deployment number 2, they induced me and gave me magnesium to help combat the preeclampsia, to keep it from becoming full-blown eclampsia, which can lead to seizures to the mother and death of her and the baby. I estimate that my pregnancy and my labor experience, as complicated as all of it had been, would have cost me and my spouse somewhere between, I want to say, $150,000 to $200,000 And that was money that we never had to pay. And I am so, so grateful for that, because so many people who give birth to children in this country do not have that luxury. The fact that we had that luxury is pretty much the only reason that I even gave birth to a child in the first place. But my ex-wife's time in the military gave me the opportunity also to pay for college, because her salary, plus our lack of debt since we were so young, was enough to support our small family. So anything that I made, I could use to pay for school. Granted, I made about $30,000, $40,000 or so, and all of that went to my education. And on top of that, VA loans made it possible for us to buy our first house and our second. If people don't know, VA loans don't require a down payment. That saved us probably another $50,000. My spouse and I split in 2013. It was 10 years ago. It wasn't amicable. She still deserves better than what the United States government has given her. Gave us. Everyone in the world deserves better from the United States. The poster child of the successes of capitalism, of colonialism, of white Christian supremacy. If my country has to crumble for the world, the earth, and everyone living on it a chance, to give everyone that chance, then let it fall as peacefully as is possible. I love the people who live on this land, even the ones who'd rather my queer behind be dead, but I do not have much love for the entity of the United States itself. Those people that would want my queer ass dead, they weren't shown love and kindness that came without strings attached. And I want them to heal, to learn that unconditional love and kindness can and do exist, and that everyone deserves to have this experience. Their God does not even provide them that experience. Their God only bestows those who follow him and his rules exactly with love and kindness. And that love and kindness that comes with control, with violence if you don't listen, well, that's not love at all, is it? It's a domestically violent relationship. All this to say is that anyone watching this, I love you. I love myself. I love my child. I love my cat. I love everything, even my neighbors, who sometimes make me uncomfortable because I'm an awkward, introverted, autistic type. Even if they annoy me, even if they make me mad, I love everyone and everything on this earth. I love this earth, and it and everyone, everything on it deserves so much better. My name is Alexander Breyer Rose, and every time I say it like that, I want to sing, my name is Alexander Breyer Rose, and there's a million things I haven't done, but just you wait. Just you wait. And I think that's kind of appropriate for the attitude that's happening right now in this country. I am going to tear these up now, this paper, and I am going to burn it so I can release my manifestations out into the world. It's probably about 11:11 right now, which was my goal. I think the crows are confirming for me. This is my little burn pot. As my buddy. I'm going to put this, I'm going to clippy to my shirt so I can have my hands free. There are things I want for everybody, everything on this planet, because honestly, I love my life the way that it is, but I don't want to have to depend on capitalistic bullshit to exist. I don't want to have to rely on money. I'd rather rely on my community. I'd rather rely on the people I love and the people who want me alive, and really anybody and everything. We all deserve better. So much better. They usually aren't over here. Like, they usually are, there's a woods, like a wooded area, like a couple of blocks from my house, though, that they like to stay in. Yeah, I think they're done scouting. My buddy just left. The one that's been in the tree. Neighbors have a tree. Sometimes I stick in the tree that's on this side, but I'm going to take this one out. This is going to be a pretty big flame, but I trust my ability to keep it contained. I've done this multiple times. And the ashes are going to be used to help fertilize my buddy back there, who I replanted earlier. Because my child brought that home from school one day, and I am not a plant person. I've never been taught how to take care of houseplants ever. So, this is a good long piece. I'll fold it a little bit. And watching the show. It's probably not going to all burn on the first shot, which is what I expect, but it feels nice because it's kind of chilly out here. I'm going to pack up our cards while I'm at it. I really, really hope that I recorded my little speech, because I didn't take pictures of it, so I can't read it later. Which, if that's the case, that's the case. Did you burn out? That's an awful lot of smoke. No, it's still going to see embers. It might be that there's too much in there. There's only so much room. It's alright, I didn't expect it to burn completely through on the first shot. All 4 of us are involved in this today. Well, the mains, I mean. Stephen, who wants to learn new things. Cass, who enjoys setting things on fire, really. No, it's not really just setting things on fire. It's part that and part getting to engage with the world, including the crows. I really like that part when they come by. Andrew, in both us wearing a skirt and us doing the spell in the first place, doing this manifestation in the first place, and the tarot cards. Though it's not all just him for the tarot cards either. There's a shorts under here, don't worry about it. Oop, sorry. And Alex is part of this whole thing, is wearing a sweatshirt that we actually, this isn't ours, it's our best friend's. And it's very, very soft. It doesn't fit them anymore. They lost a significant amount of weight. And it was too big, and they were kind enough to give us it, and it fits us. At least it does for now. It's getting a little big on us, too. It's very comfortable. It's very soft. And Alex really, really appreciates everything that they've done for us. And everything that the universe has done for us so far. I mean, the big reason why you have to love everyone and everything on this planet, by the way, is because it's shadow work. If we are all one, we are all one part of the same collective consciousness, then Trump and people like him and people who espouse white supremacy and all of that nonsense, they are the shadows. They're the shadow parts. They're the shadow work. They're part of it. They're part of the whole thing. And I'm not saying that they don't have to, that they have to be entirely wiped out, because, I mean, honestly, there would be new ones that would crop up. There has to be some sort of a balance. But that balance can come. It's so heavily skewed in their favor now that the balance should start writing in our direction. And maybe, just maybe, we can help heal those wounds that have caused those shadows in the first place. Not quite done. I got quite a bit left, actually. Yeah, as I figured this was going to be a more than one attempt here. That squirrel way up there. Oh no, that's a crow. Wait, there's a crow up there still. I didn't even see you. It was very loud in the trees and I heard him. Just making sure that. Round 2. Izakai gets nervous sometimes when we're doing these out here in the backyard. We usually do them up front on the porch, but this is for everyone. It's not just for us. It's not just for our house. This is for the planet. And it getting to actually exist with humans being peaceful. The way that it always should have been. Yes, I swear to God. Uh-huh. Fuck off. I know what I'm doing. I'm sure you do. That's why you got burned the last time you did that. No, I know what I'm doing. And yes, I did get burned that one time, but that was because I was sticking around and I shouldn't have been. Are we gonna have to third times the charm it? Probably. I mean, I'm watching a couple of the embers go through. I think they just confirmed it. There's some crows crowing in the background. I don't know if that catches over the mic or not. Because they weren't that close. And the one that I think that was in that tree is gone now. Like the one I didn't know was actually still up there. Chirp. 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 Ah, there's a really big piece. Third time is the charm. Should take care of all of it. You're watching that one piece really hard. I know I am. It should go, though. Yeah, slowly being eaten by the embers. Really beautiful out here today. It's actually a lot warmer than I thought it would be, actually. I was expecting it to be like fucking freezing considering yesterday, but it was raining yesterday. And 45 when it rains versus 45 when it's bright and sunny and you're underneath the sun are two different things. Also, I'm sure it's gotten warmer since we've been out here because it's supposed to. However, why do you feel the need to do that? Because I can. It wouldn't be me if I didn't. That is ashy enough to me. How about you? Yeah, that's good. We have 2 still going. Are you gonna wait till the candle takes itself out? No. It's not one of those candles. You already look a lot better. I'm so sorry that it took us this long. May the ashes left behind fertilize the earth and promote growth in everyone and everything. Where do I want to put the rest of this? We're being told all of it should go in there. Right, okay. Mix that around a little bit. It's a howlite bracelet, if anyone's wondering. If anyone is even still watching, actually. Not that I really expect people to be watching for this long, but much better. Much better. I think you feel better. I think we're done.